It's time to work smarter, not harder. Hey guys, now that it's almost time for back to school, or maybe you're already started school, I thought it would be a great time to talk about some of my favorite tools, including AI tools that I've been using as a student in 2025. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Krissy, and I'm a Berkeley Haas Executive MBA student who also works, and who's also a mom, and who also does content, so I need to be productive, okay? So today I really wanted to share some of the tools that are helping me study efficiently for all of you who are gearing up for the fall. Disclaimer, each professor has their own level of comfort in terms of AI usage in the classroom, so be sure to check with them before you utilize this stuff in your homework assignments. I found that as graduate students, most professors were comfortable with us using the tools. I mean, we're there to learn. Most of us already have jobs, so it was more an opportunity for us to have experience trying out these new tools. But if I was an undergrad and this was kind of my first go at things and my first time studying at a university level, I might be a little more wary of relying on these too much. All right, starting off strong with my favorite note-taking app, Notability. This app has been essential in keeping me organized with all of my notes. I divide things by term, and then my class, and then my lecture. I also really love the record function where you can record the audio of the classroom conversation, and then when you play it back, it shows you what you were writing at the time when that thing was said, which has been very helpful. It also has really cute stickers and plenty of pen options. There's like a tiny bit of a learning curve to get used to the app, but it's so quick, and then once you do, I found that it's super efficient to take all your notes. Next up is Speechify. As a mom, being able to drop PDFs in and listen to them on the go was such a game changer. I would listen to my homework as I was washing dishes or doing laundry or getting ready in the morning, commuting to school. All of this time that is sort of like things that you know how to do on repeat, I could also be listening to my homework or my case studies, and it was so helpful. When you're a mom and you're working, you really try to maximize your time or make the most out of your time, and this really helped me do that. It was also really nice that for certain lectures or assignments that you could listen on 1.5 speed to really breeze through it. Next up is Google Notebook. This is one of my favorite AI tools because of the podcast feature. So what you can do is drop some PDFs in, and then it'll take it and create its own podcast with these two hosts that are discussing the topics discussed in the document. And it's so crazy how good it is. Like the little reactions, the little banter between the hosts, it just sounds so natural.
But there's so much more to it. It can tell you a lot about a company's culture, their financials, even how investors see them.
Exactly.
It makes things that are super dry more fun and like easy to understand. And again, because I can listen to it, it allows me to do a few things at once as well. Even when I read through the PDF in the traditional way, sometimes there's a gap of time between when I read it and when we're back in class. So you forget. And so listening to the podcast right before you were back in class was super helpful for like refreshing what you had just learned. Next up is Google Calendar. I have scheduled my whole life while I've been in grad school. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't know what to do without it. I organize the big stuff, of course, like when I have class, when I need to travel to Berkeley, work trips, things like that. But I also go so far as to put into detail what assignments I need to be doing or what chapters I should be reading that day. I try to spend a little bit of time once a week breaking out everything that I need to accomplish before the next block. So that helps me keep the pacing that I need in order to be ready when we're back in class. And it's not just schoolwork, it's also great to keep track of all the fun social events that are going to be going on. Berkeley has so many events, conferences, club events, happy hours. So there's so many things that you can do, and so it's great to have that all in one place. Next up, I want to mention Canva and Adobe Express. These are the go-to creative tools that I always recommend to people that don't have a design background or who think that the creative stuff is really just not their thing. Both are super easy to use. They have everything from help with making flyers for a social event that you might be putting on to having beautiful keynote templates for some of your class presentations. So there really is a lot you can do there. I also use it for some of my content work as well. As a student at Berkeley, we actually get free access to Adobe products while we're a student. So it's been great to take more advantage of things like Premiere or Photoshop and explore those tools. But I found that even getting pro access of Adobe Express has been super helpful. It really unlocks some more tools that you can utilize, and so highly recommend checking it out. I know there's a lot of AI companions that can join you on Zoom calls like Otter, but I found that my favorite is actually the Zoom AI companion. I think that the way it summarizes meetings is really great. I think that it does a great job of capturing the key points, action items, and it also makes everything sound very professional. Like when we look at the summary of the Zoom AI notes, we're like, wow, we sound really smart. So if you are doing group meetings or team meetings or group projects, things like that, it's something that's great to have on so you can have this recap afterwards of what you did. Of course, I have to mention my home base here, YouTube. I love YouTube so much. The content on YouTube is still just unmatched. I use it for everything. I mean, from my lo-fi girl studying music to using these Pomodoro timers to help pace me while I'm doing long study days, to finding tutorials online about tricky subjects that I'm trying to wrap my head around, like economics or finance. It is such a great resource, so don't downplay the power of YouTube. Another great resource for your core classes is Khan Academy. I really utilized their videos while I was taking economics, both macro and micro, and it really helped me. Again, they're very good at taking a complex subject and breaking it down in an easy to understand way. I also just really like the company. The founder of Khan Academy actually came to Berkeley and spoke, and I was really inspired by his story and everything he's trying to do with the company, so it's really great. I even recommend it for high school students as well. They have a lot of content geared towards that age group as well, especially for the core classes like calculus or things like that. There's really great content out there. All right, I'm sure you expected me to mention ChatGPT, and yes, it was very helpful, especially in my first year during core classes. I found that even though there are office hours and we have student instructors that are there to help you, a lot of times you really are just studying either really early in the morning or really late at night, and there's no one around for you to ask questions to. So I basically used ChatGPT like it was my own personal tutor, and it was so great because I could ask it all of my dumb questions. It would help walk me through. One of my favorite prompt ideas that I got from one of my classmates is to ask ChatGPT to explain something to you like you're 8 years old. And then what it does is that it'll use metaphors like having a lemonade stand or selling cookies to explain these big concepts to you, and it was very, very helpful. Another AI tool I want to bring up is Descript. This is the tool that I recommend for people that need to edit videos that know nothing about editing videos, because if you can edit a text document, you can edit a video in Descript. Super helpful whenever you're doing these long interviews that you might need to pull different quotes from for a class presentation. We also had someone from this company come speak at Berkeley, and they were really lovely, so great team behind the scenes as well. The other AI tool I wanted to mention was Perplexity. In my second year, Perplexity offered their tool for free for students, the unlimited version. I think ChatGPT is also now free for students, but at the time it wasn't. Just a quick note from future editing, Krissy. It looks like Perplexity Pro was free for certain universities, and ChatGPT Plus offered 2 months free for a limited time. Hopefully they'll both bring back more discounts for students soon. I found that Perplexity was pretty great for research or just quick general answers, but I seem to prefer the conversation style of ChatGPT a little bit more. But try both out, see which one is helpful to you. And one bonus tool that I wanted to bring up is an app called Speak. Speak is a language learning app that utilizes AI. I've been using it to learn Spanish. One of my goals is to become more fluent in Spanish, and it's been a fantastic tool. Because of the AI, it feels like having a personal Spanish tutor in your pocket. You can have custom lessons, you can have conversations with it, it adapts to you, and I feel like it's just such a game changer in the language learning environment. I've always loved learning languages, so I've tried probably all of the tools, and this is the one that's really impressed me recently. And that's it, guys. There are so many new tools popping up every day, so let me know. What did I miss? What are y'all using? Let me know down in the comments. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you try some of these tools out, let me know what you think and how it goes. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye!
Just drinking with your vibe.